Good afternoon. It's September 28th, 2024. We're critiquing the news. The article on your screen is from the Cairns Post, and it's titled Enough is Enough. It's about a lady who is a 40-year veteran of the social welfare sector who is putting together a victim support group because her four-wheel drive was stolen from her home earlier this month, and she's concerned about the potential for race relations to sour. Now, this is indeed part of the reason the Labor Party watered down the law, knowing that there's an overrepresentation of Indigenous people in Queensland's jails, because for whatever reasons, mainly because of the Indigenous communities being run as socialist enclaves and never allowed to get ahead by the Labor Liberal Uni Party, we now have a preponderance of young Indigenous kids causing these crimes in comparison with other races. And of course, divide and conquer has always been a socialist government strategy. It's always been a socialist tactic to divide people by race or by sex or by age, and we see that echoed throughout our modern governance from the Labor and Liberal Uni Party. It doesn't matter which party is in. In fact, from 2020 to 2022, we had the Federal Liberal Party dividing people by injection status. So, good on this lady for getting her victims group together and for being concerned about race relations, and that's a perfectly valid concern. And the cure for it, obviously, is to get the Labor Party out of power. Now, the Labor Party's Youth Justice Minister, Di Farmer, offered some comments on this story, and she said, and I quote, "That's why we have the toughest laws in the nation to tackle youth offending." Well, my goodness, the laws, the crime rate in other states must be unbelievably bad if we're suffering what we are in Cairns and Townsville and Mareeba. If these are the toughest laws, yeah, no, doesn't pass the pub test. I suspect that Minister Farmer is gaslighting. I think she's telling us things that just aren't true in order to trick us into believing they're true. I don't know. I guess it depends how gullible you are and how many times you've had your car stolen. And this isn't a new problem. This has been going on for decades. It's just got a lot worse during the current Labor government's term in office. Now, if we're going to solve the problem of juvenile crime, we're going to have to take appropriate action. We're going to have to restore the values and the laws that were in place when we didn't have a juvenile crime problem, or at least we didn't have a massive juvenile crime problem. And we're not going to get that from either branch of the Labor Liberal Uni Party. We need to show them both the door.